I have always, for whatever reason, I've always been focused on possibility over pragmatism. And I think that really was rooted in this idea that you can make things. Things aren't just going to show up for you. You have to go out and make your own fun. You have to go out and make your, figure things out, pursue your curiosity. Again, we built like model airplanes that would fly them back and forth from each other's house. And, we just did crazy stuff that was really fun. And so I think that was the biggest part of it, was just you can apply your creativity in a practical way and make things to entertain yourself. That was kind of maybe the first thing that I learned. And to this day, that's really what I do every day. I make things for my clients. I write books. I get to make media, podcasts, all kinds of things to teach people some of these same principles that I was maybe playing around with when I was 8 or 9 years old.
Okay. Well, that's good that at least, like a lot of people that I've interviewed, they just say that this thing is a figment of their imagination in the past and it was just unrelated, but it's nice that you're able to make some kind of connection that influenced what you're doing now. If we were to jump in a magic time machine, Todd, and go back in the past to your younger version of yourself, is there anything that you would share with that younger version that would prevent you from making the mistakes that you did earlier on?
I think all I would tell my younger self is it's okay. It's going to work out. It's going to be fine. I spent a big portion of my early 20s as a singer-songwriter, traveling musician, and now we're going back 25 plus years, right? I'm like almost in my 50s, so we'll be turning 50 very soon. And, I spent a lot of that time profoundly worried about whether I was doing the wrong thing. Am I pursuing the wrong path? Not making much money, as you're going to want to do when you're trying to make a career as an artist, especially a young artist, and you're trying to find your way. I think I would just want to reassure myself, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All of this is going to be useful. That's one of the beautiful things about creativity is it's very inefficient, but it doesn't waste anything. And so many of those early years, traveling and being on stage, and I was always the opening act for like much bigger acts. So even when I was playing in front of 4,000 or 5,000 people, nobody was there to hear me. So I had to figure out ways of entertaining people and making them pay attention. And hey, here's a song I wrote. You should listen to it, and try to figure out a way to get people to do that. All of those lessons came in handy later when I was leading teams of creative people, or I had to pitch ideas, or now when I'm going on stage in front of 5,000 people trying to share a concept with them at an event or a conference. All of those lessons came in handy later. So I think I wouldn't change anything. I would just go back and tell myself, it's fine. It's fine. It's going to work out okay. You don't have to go to sleep with a knot in your stomach worried about whether you're throwing your life away. It's going to be fine. That's probably what I would tell myself. And that's what I would tell anybody, by the way, who is young and feels like the stakes are so high. We often think when we're in our 20s that we're running out of time, which is kind of the most insane thing in the world.
Yeah.
But I often encounter people who feel very early in their career like they're wasting time, they're falling behind. And I'm like, falling behind who? Falling behind what? You set the standard for what that means. Nobody else gets to determine that. So I think that's what I would say to myself.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that clip. And if you did, go ahead and click the link in the description below to check out the full interview to keep those creative gears turning. Remember to click the notification bell, comment below, and subscribe to this channel for more amazing, thought-provoking interviews. I'm Shaun Jay, and welcome to the Making Magic Podcast.